After the Otago Rally, the most southerly round of the New Zealand Rally Championship, the teams moved 1,200 kilometres north, to Northland in fact, for the International Rally of Whangarei. And as in Otago, this international event is doubling as a round of the Worth FIA Asia Pacific Rally Championship. And a huge field of high-quality cars lines up on Whangarei's iconic Te Mato Apohi Bridge. Seems like everyone's looking forward to Northland's cambered roads.
I'm really looking forward to coming up here to Whangarei and getting into some more cambered roads and they are really great, fantastic roads up here, and they do. We say that Otago's got fantastic roads, but up here, it's on a different level. It's down there it's quite fast, cresty, and up here it's fast but cambered.
The roads are really good up here. The first day stages are a little bit tighter than they usually are. Sunday stages are looking like great traditional roads. There's obviously a lot of attrition on the two-day rallies, so we're here at Whangarei looking forward to a good result and pushing on.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, one more step up on the podium would be good. It was a good start. We're pretty happy with that. You can't really complain with a podium in Otago. Probably, I don't want to jinx this rally, but one of the hardest rallies we do of the season. But this rally really does suit me. I really love the roads up here.
You've been here before?
No. I've done plenty of rally sprints up these ways, but I haven't actually done the rally.
But here's like driving on tarmac highways. It's unreal. The roads are 3 car widths wide and heaps of camber.
So Brian, I believe it's congratulations for today.
Oh, we've got another birthday today, and I think it's 50 years of rallying today as well. There at this stage, about 50 years of rallying since we started as well. So when you get to my age, however you like to wind the age back, not go forward, that's for sure.
It sort of all pivots on this weekend. What I do for the rest of the year, if we score well here, I'll be fooled not to carry on. So that's the plan.
After DNFs in Otago, Emma Gilmore and Rana Horan are looking for good results here.
Yeah, Otago was a disastrous start, and it's been a very busy 3 weeks since then. It was such a short turnaround, so the team have done an amazing job, and fingers crossed for the weekend.
I've done it once, and I crashed once here too. So no, I like the roads. The roads are fast. I like fast roads, so I'm just hoping to have a good rally, keep it on 4 wheels, and just have a good weekend, really.
There's a couple of one-off entries for this round, with Perth-based Kiwi Mike Young entered in his Cusco TRD Yaris.
Yeah, I think this is about my 8th time doing this rally, so yeah, the stages are awesome. I think I like the Saturday ones more. They're a little bit more twisty and they probably suit our car, but they're in such awesome condition compared to what we get to see in the APRC, so I'm sure it's going to be awesome tomorrow.
The event has attracted back American rally icon Ken Block for a 3rd time. He too obviously loves the Northland roads.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of the best roads in the world. Some of my favorite roads in the world. So I'm really stoked to be back. The way that the camber, changes from turn to turn, the way that they flow. I haven't driven any other ones around the world that are like this. So that's why I keep coming back, because I enjoy them that much.
The international drivers are given a ceremonial Māori welcome, followed by the start ramp, and then straight into the first of 2 super special stages. In front of a large crowd, it's Josh Marston who's fastest over both 1.2 kilometre tests. Second fastest is Ben Thomason, seeded 22nd, in an older style Subaru Impreza. Andrew Hawkswood loses over 20 seconds, getting stuck on a concrete bunker and having to reverse off. The next day the weather's fine, but for the first stage of the morning there's thick fog at the start. A number of drivers start cautiously, but not Stephen Barker in his older Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 9. He showed his potential in Otago, but went out early with engine problems. Now he immediately shows he's going to be a serious contender, winning stage 3 and taking an 11-second lead. Dylan Turner, in his Audi Quattro AP4, slots into second place. But he's watching his back as Subaru driver Ben Hunt is only 7/10 of a second behind. Gilmore puts in a solid opening stage for 6th overall, but coming into the finish control, it appears her engine woes are not over.
Emma Gilmore, I know you've had a lot of work done to this car since Otago. How did it go through there this morning?
Yeah, last couple of kilometres it got hot again.
Sorry?
Got hot again in the last few Ks.
Barker loses time to Hunt on stage 4 with this overshoot and stalling at an intersection. He then has a hairy moment on the last corner of the stage as he tries to make up time, but he does still retain the lead by 8 seconds. Stage 4 claims the hard-charging Horan, who crashes his Skoda R5 into a drain shortly after this. On the next stage, it's Hunt's turn to stall. He loses a few seconds while he restarts the engine. The gap between first and second is now 12.4 seconds. Just behind the lead battle, there's an even tighter fight for third, with just 6 seconds covering Turner, Phil Campbell in his Ford Fiesta AP4, and Marston. At the end of stage 5, Marston's got his Barina at the front of this group, even though he's hit a rock and bent the steering. Stage 6, Helena Bay, is a driver's favourite, the last test of the morning loop and the New Zealand Rally Championship power stage. Barker adds Helena Bay to his list of stage wins and comes to the finish control more than happy with his morning.
Stephen Barker, describe your morning loop for us. Pretty good, pretty promising, yeah?
Oh, it's gone really well. Probably better than expected, to be fair. Only one little mistake, but we've had a really good rhythm. Chris and I are working well in the car. The car's so good to drive. Really enjoying it, and the roads are just awesome.
Hunt too is happy, especially as it seems he's had less tyre wear than his rivals.
Yeah, no, it's probably, one of my favourite stages. It has bit of me, but I love it. It's got a bit of everything in there, and made a slight mistake coming down the hill and ran quite wide and dropped a couple of wheels off the bank, but I know this feels a little bit funny in the front, but no, we're pushing on and having a heap of fun, and yeah.
Marston finishes the morning loop in third, 32 seconds behind Barker, but with a few repairs to do in service.
Josh, describe your morning so far. Happy with it?
Yeah, pretty good actually. Yeah. The car's still pretty good. There's it's very loose in the rear. Probably a couple of things we might do to it at service. But yeah, pretty happy really.
In fourth, 2 seconds behind, is Turner.
Dylan, morning loop go according to plan?
Yeah, the car's making a bit of a funny noise on the front diff, and I can smell a bit of gearbox oil, so it's kind of, I can't explain what's going wrong with the car, I can't work it out, but coming out of the corners we get like this spinning noise.
Campbell, who finished on the podium in Otago, has enjoyed the battle through the morning and feels there's still more speed to come.
Phil, it seemed like you've had a cracking morning. You pretty happy?
Yeah, we're stoked. The car's going awesome. Our pace is about where we want to be. We always want to go faster, but we can work on that for the rest of the day and the rest of the rally. Tyres seem to be holding up not too bad, so it's good at the moment.
Behind this group, there's mayhem at the last corner of the stage, with Andrew Hawkswood spinning, and then 6th place Kingsley Jones going wide in his Skoda.
7 right plus more braking.
Young in the Cusco TRD Yaris has been off the pace all morning with a mystery engine ailment, and his day is just about to get worse. Now he finds he has no reverse gear. Luckily, there's enough spectators around to help push.
Mike, we could sort of see what had happened down there. Just talk us through it. What was the drama?
Yeah, I think I just when I hit the tarmac, it just gripped in and went in, but we've got no reverse. So, yeah.
So you needed a bit of help to get out?
Yeah, well, I don't know when they're reverse.
On the first stage of the afternoon loop, Barker increases his lead on Hunt to 15 seconds, while fifth place Campbell starts to exert pressure on Turner in fourth. The Fiesta driver now just 2.7 seconds behind. There's been a great battle going on all day between the Hawkswood father and son team, with Andrew finally getting in front of son Jack on stage 7, but by just 4.3 seconds. Unfortunately, this is the last we see of Ken Block in his Ford Escort, the American having been troubled all day with a misfire. He retires at the end of stage 7 with no power steering. Hunt wins stage 8 and is now just 7 seconds behind rally leader Barker. Campbell loses over 50 seconds with a puncture, and although he holds on to 5th, he comes under pressure from 6th place Jones, who's now only 10 seconds behind. On stage 9, Hunt is fastest again, and this time takes the lead off Barker, albeit by just 1.7 seconds. Marston continues to hold 3rd, 44 seconds behind the lead. Dylan Thompson had a slow start to the day, but increases his pace dramatically in the afternoon. He's 5th fastest in his Subaru Impreza on stage 9 and is now just 7 seconds behind 8th place Jack Hawkswood. Hawkswood loses the place to Thompson on the final stage of the day, thanks to a blown turbo 1 kilometre from the finish. As the drivers arrive back at evening service, the results board shows that in the final stage of the day, Hunt has increased his lead to 6.4 seconds, with just 12 seconds separating Marston and Turner.
Yeah, we had our own little things happening that, you know, we had to manage, and probably lost a bit of time, that some silly amateur mistakes, but that's motorsport, and you know it could be worse. You could have lost your brakes or something like that. So you know, I was a little bit hesitant in the fog. You know, it's one of those things you can kind of go full steam ahead and, you know, maybe have an incident like a few of the cars unfortunately had, and you know, it's a long rally, so no point doing something in, you know, in the first stage. I think every year that we've had fog up here, I've lost a fair bit of time in the first stage, but you know, we clawed it back, and you know, maybe a little first time I stalled a rally car in a special stage, so that was pretty embarrassing, right in front of all the spectators. But you know, these things happen, and you learn from it, and yeah, it's all good.
Pretty happy with the pace. You know, we're pretty comfortable as well, not taking risks. So, hey, Ben come back at us today a little bit in the afternoon, and we got caught in a bit of dust, but hey, these things happen. Yeah, we had 13-second buffer, I think, but Ben come back 5 seconds a stage in the next few, so we're 1 second going apart going into the last stage, but yeah, we couldn't do anything. You know, we're stuck in the dust, and it is what it is.
We've had a few little niggles along the way, but the car's going really well. Our MRF tyres work great, and we've managed to get 3rd in Nzrc on the first day. You know, yeah, that's the most encouraging thing as well moving forward. It's like the pace is there in the car, so and we're still building on it as well. So looking forward to it.
After an early morning service, the cars head south of Whangarei for 8 stages. However, the day will start without 5th place Campbell, who retires with a clutch problem after refuelling. Hunt and Barker resume their battle almost immediately, but then Barker loses 14 seconds with this overshoot on stage 12. The fight continues through the morning, with Hunt gradually pulling ahead. Unfortunately for Barker, his event comes to an end on stage 14, Waipu Caves, when he damages the suspension on his Mitsubishi by crashing into a bank. Young passes Barker's car on his way to 2nd fastest time on the stage. The Cusco TRD engineers found a leaking engine plug overnight, and with close to full power restored, Young's doing his best to climb back up the leaderboard. 2 places ahead of Young and 5th is Andrew Hawkswood, chasing down Kingsley Jones. Jones is on track for one of his best finishes, holding 4th overall at the end of stage 14. Turner has been fighting hard all morning to regain some time and is now just 20 seconds away from Marston in 2nd. On stage 15, it all comes undone for 4th place Jones, crashing his Skoda at the 11k mark and losing over 6 minutes. Turner gets his Audi to within 15 seconds of Marston, but then he hits a bank and retires with damaged suspension on stage 16. Brian Green, who had been 13th overall, retires on this stage too, with front diff failure in his car. After being 10th overnight, Young brings his Toyota Yaris home 4th, the 3rd fastest New Zealand Rally Championship driver for the day. After his stage 2 off, Andrew Hawkswood is another who hauls himself back up the leaderboard with some spirited driving. It's a solid 2nd place finish for Marston and his MRF team, after several mechanical issues today threatened to put him out of the event. Hunt, though, has been unstoppable, fighting off the early challenge from Barker and earning himself a huge points lead in the championship.
Exceptional weekend here. We had a ball, especially today, on some of these fantastic roads. It's it's a bit of a change from up north, a lot more crest down this way, and heaps of fun. But the Hydrolink Subaru ran fantastically, and everything worked well. So we had a really good weekend all up. And Josh, another great drive by him. So yeah, it's a good-looking championship and heaps of cool cars. And now we're looking forward to going into some forestry in Canterbury.
We've had a great time up here at Whangarei. Our team have done a brilliant job. We had a couple of small things, and they've just done such a good job getting the car through, and pace has been really good. Taking a lot of positives out of that. MRF tyres were really, really good. Yeah, couldn't be happier.
We just tried a bit harder, starting to gel a little bit with the car, but still got a long way to go, obviously.
I guess Jack's keeping you honest as well, so you want to keep it.
Yeah, Jack and Mike are keeping me honest. No, it's been good fun, good race all weekend.
So Kingsley, you were in a great position, and then all of a sudden?
Yeah, all of a sudden trying a little bit too hard, trying to keep Andrew at bay, and still just need to do a bit more of an apprenticeship.
Jones recovers to finish 7th in the 4-wheel drive category, while 2 places ahead of him in 5th is Dylan Thompson, winner of the Dunlop Driver of the Event Award.
Yeah, no, it's awesome to win that award for the drive that we've done this weekend. We didn't think that we'd be that high up this weekend, so it's just outstanding to finally get the car up to there, and now we've really got on top of the setup, so we're just proving that the car can be reliable and keep doing what it's doing, so we can only just keep building from here on.
Really happy with the event. Our recce went really well, and our notes are really good for the event, which definitely helps, and the new car ran faultlessly, which also helps with that as well.
The next event in the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Rally Championship is the Canterbury Rally on June 2. See you then.